For Western Carolina, Nicholas Robinson, he's the one to watch, coming off a career-high 37 points Wednesday night against ETSU. A fine player. And for the VMI Keydets, they'll stick with that starting five that has done well of late. Kerfman with 24 straight games with a 3. Jake. Our officials tonight, Garrick Shannon, Tim Comer, and Jeremy Mosier. Thanks for starting your weekend with us, and we're underway at Cameron Hall. Baycoat will start it for Western Carolina as the Keydets come out man-to-man. Robinson from the right side, three-pointer. Baycoat, and the rebound by Kerfman. Trey Bonham for VMI, off to Camden Kerfman. Steers it right. Conway swings it left. Huff, the freshman. Western Carolina crowding the line. Shot clock at 5. Here's Stevens. Off balance, and he gets it to go.
A little ballerina move there off that 1 foot. Nice soft touch for the 6'11" guy in the paint.
Robinson against Huff. Harris. Baycoat. Catamounts 9-14, 3-7 in the league. Had a win over Chattanooga earlier, and there is a 3 by Nicholas Robinson. Their leading scorer, averaging 15 points a game. Catamounts on top 3-2.
Robinson's a heck of a player for Western Carolina, Wade, and I expect to see him do all he can to get his teammates going this afternoon, or tonight, rather.
6 p.m. start Eastern here in Lexington as Bonham rifles in the 3 from up top to put the Keydets in the lead. Trey Bonham can shoot the 3, about 35% beyond the arc. 5-3 Keydets, almost 2 minutes gone by. Baycoat tried to get it to Petrakis, and it is taken away by the Keydets. Conway on transition and tipped to the near side by Honor Huff, out of bounds.
And VMI shoots the ball extremely well, and when they're on, Wade, it's a difference in the ball game for VMI, and they're not going to be afraid to put it up. That's been their strength all year, and when they're shooting it well, opponents are in real big trouble.
Keydets averaging just over 12.5 threes per game. That's second in the nation as the ball out of bounds. And still coming in for this one. Harris will inbound sideline right with VMI leading 5-3. Robinson thought about taking the 3, now drives it in. Little jump step, shoots off the glass too strong, and it's Stevens with the rebound. Bonham now bounces out front to Stevens. Harris poked it free. Stevens recovers as the shot clock winds down. Bonham looking to create. In the lane, spins, off. That might have been a pass to Jake Stevens.
Yeah, Will
he puts it in.
He'd probably like for it to be a pass, Wade, so he could pick up an assist on that. But again, Jake Stevens at the right place at the right time.
Well, when you're 6'11", a lot of shots like that could look like passes to
absolutely
big guys. Western Carolina misfires on the other end. Keydets up 7-3. Kerfman catch and shoot. Off the mark on his first 3 attempts. Baycoat will run front court for the Catamounts. Baycoat to the goal, too strong with the right hand. Here's Bonham. Huff regains, drives, scores, right hand.
It's hard to guard a guy with such a first quick step. Honor Huff, we've seen him do that time and time again. And man, is he electrifying when he puts that ball on the deck.
Honor Huff with his first 2. Averaging 9 points per game coming in. Keydets by 6, and it's rattled in. Banks with a 3. Product of Fork Union, just right across the hills in Virginia.
Just up the way.
9-6, Keydets by 3. Stevens sees the double team. Ball reversed left side. Conway, the 3. In and out. Western Carolina up the left sideline. Nicholas Robinson pulls up. Launches, no good. Back to VMI. And a media timeout. Just underway, Keydets 9, Western Carolina 6, first of 2 regular season meetings between the player now trying to do the same thing at Western Carolina as a head coach.
Wonderful young coach, great coaching pedigree, and been modeled for him, and he has been mentored by some very good coaches.
Justin Gray, originally from Charlotte, North Carolina. This play resumes. 9-6, VMI with the ball. Tanner Mans has checked in. Trey Bonham, right side to Honor Huff. Stevens is going to see the double team again. That opens up a shot for Huff, and that rattles out. Keydets are now 1 of 5 in three-point tries as Banks brings it in. He's going to draw the game's first foul about 5 minutes into the contest with the Keydets leading 9-6. Tanner Mans with the personal. Robinson lobs it off for Harris. Price is checked in for Western Carolina. From the corner, Banks and Stevens with the rebound after it was tipped by another Keydet.
Jake did a nice job on the block out.
Huff, kick out right side. Mans doesn't have the shot. Jake Stevens does. He hits, and he's going to have a chance at a 4-point play as he knocks it down from up top.
He rose up on that one, Wade, and we may get a chance to see it on a replay, but again, we've said this before. When Jake Stevens holds that follow-through, he's pretty much point on. And what a great young man, and he believes in himself, and as well as his teammates.
Jake Stevens, 6'11", 266 senior, Bunker Hill, West Virginia. Second in the SoCon in scoring as he in and out on the free throw. 82% coming in. Keydets have doubled the score on Western Carolina, 12-6. Robinson. Oh, a little jump hook from almost 11 feet.
Yes.
Hit that over Bonham.
He is such an athlete, Nicholas Robinson. He's a good player.
Well, Bonham comes back in the lane and creates an opportunity for Mans with an easy lay-in.
That's a teammate looking out for another teammate. Nice job by Mr. Mans.
Quick 3, no good for Price. And now VMI back to work, up 14-8. Kerfman lobs at free throw line, give and go. It's from Stevens. Mans from the corner. The Keydets still trying to find their rhythm from three-point range.
Yeah, they are, but nice movement both with and without the ball there.
Robinson draws Bonham into the key and a kick out and a 3, good for Tyler Harris, the junior out of Charlotte. Harris had 13 points against Wake Forest earlier in the year, 14-11. Keydet lead is 3. Kerfman, deep 3, short. Robinson will lead the break after getting the rebound. And the reset by Western Carolina. Harris jab step. Now he's going to take the 3 over Stevens. No good. Mans goes to the floor. And a foul against Western Carolina. Price with the foul.
And it's pretty obvious there. He shoved him right in the middle back there, Wade. Of course, he never fouled. We never fouled. We go to the official, go, me? What did I do?
Who, me?
Yes.
Keydets have gone to the bench. Brennan Watkins has checked in at one guard position, the freshman from Kearney, Missouri. Bonham, stop and go, and he was just rejected by Gilmore. Catamounts on transition. Bako. Short on the 3. Harris keeps it alive. Out to Price. Price walked. And the turnover, number 2 for the Catamounts.
Marvin Price he was a little too energetic there, Wade. He was packing up and like he was taking a trip with that travel.
65th meeting, Western Carolina leads the rivalry, but in games played in Lexington, it is all even at 15-15. 14-11, VMI with the lead. Western Carolina, their first visit to Lexington was back in 1979 in the pit, and there's Huff. Huff with a three-pointer. They didn't have the three-pointer in the pit when back in 1979 when Western Carolina first came.
But no, sir. And I tell you what, honor Huff. He was just so quick there with that one, Wade.
Price, collision. Offensive foul. And Price has picked up his second.
And Mr. Mann sacrificed his body to take that one in the chest, Wade. But you're right, there was not a three-point shot back there at that time in the late 70s.
The first three-pointer was hit by Ronnie Carr of Western Carolina. Southern Conference used it. It was an experimental rule.
Okay.
In 1979-80, I believe. Watkins left side. And out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. Keydets have stretched the lead to 6. 17-11. VMI, Western Carolina in Southern Conference action on a Friday night.
And offensive philosophies, but also having the players that can get it done. So kudos to the SoCon and kudos to the 4 teams.
And we have 2 of those 4 teams
yes.
right here. VMI and Western Carolina. And there's Stevens with a 3 right side. No good. And Western Carolina down 17-11. Here's Robinson against Huff. Pushes it up right hand. That ball just kind of stuck to the back of the rim and found the bottom.
It did. It hit that back plate and just died and then just dropped in.
17-13. Robinson with 5, and there's Stevens with the lay-in. Keydets up by 6.
Jake did a nice job there, Wade, holding his own there with his body.
Yep, 9 points for Jake Stevens now. Petrakis showing the touch from outside. The 6'10 redshirt junior, transfer out of Kansas State, pulls the Catamounts within 3. VMI now spreading the floor. Kerfman off a Stevens screen. Off the back iron. Catamounts control the rebound. Robinson to try to tie it. Cannot. And Mans controls for VMI. Keydets cross court left to right. Kerfman. Ball went to Stevens and then ended up in Baycoat's hands. And a player control foul. Camden Kerfman made the read on Baycoat, and Baycoat will pick up the foul. That's his first.
Yeah. Of course, the Western coach disagrees with that. Like he may have leaned into him, but the officials saw it differently, and it's tough when it's a bang-bang call like that.
Sean Conway comes in. Lewis Tang also comes in. Tang has played better off the bench. The junior, who's recovering from that knee injury that sidelined him most of last year, but Tang has provided some good minutes for the Keydets. He's got the ball now. Right side to Conway. And the 3, no good. VMI, very uncharacteristic. 3 of 12 now in threes.
Yeah, they're not quite in sync yet with that three-point shooting.
Petrakis loses it. Bonham tied up by Robinson at half court. I saw he's seen enough film of Trey Bonham to know what was going to happen. And now Tim Comer There's some discussion going on at midcourt if you take another look. Is that going to be an intentional?
Could be an intentional way because that was an obvious wrap around his waist to impede his progress.
And they are still talking right now. Tim Comer is explaining to Dan Earl as we take another look. And maybe Garrick Shannon will come over.
Well,
I think after all that, they're just going to call it the foul on Robinson. But maybe it was a stern lecture from Tim Comer that next time that happens.
Could very well be, yes.
That will be called an intentional foul. Tang left side, or maybe something else was going on. We're just speculating here.
We're speculating.
Huff, nice move. Gets the whistle, and it counts.
Again, we see him with that first explosive step, throw in a spin around, and we get a good look here on the replay. And he puts it hop off the glass, a floater, and in. Some good work by our camera crew and truck technicians. I tell you what, they're giving us some good looks tonight.
Yes, they are. Baycode picks up his second foul. And there's DJ Nussbaum coming in. Nussbaum, the sophomore from Houston. And the Keydad lead is 6, 22-16. Huff off to a good scoring night with 8 points. Stevens with 9. Past the midway point of the first half. 1-4 set. Robinson into the lane. Draws white jerseys. Kick out to Harris. Robinson against Tang. What a move by Robinson. Oh, my goodness. Nicholas Robinson.
Heck of a move where he just sort of stepped through and put it up there again. Sort of a ballerina type move off of 1 foot, but great ball control.
Robinson with that 37-point game on Wednesday night. Keydad's turn it over as Stevens comes back in. VMI leads 22-18. First of 2 regular season meetings between the teams. They will meet again the last weekend in February. In fact, that is VMI's last regular season game.
Okay.
Ramsey Center, right before the tournament. We'll be talking about the tournament tonight. Petrakis missing on the 3. Strong rebound. Robinson brings it out, and then Harris pulls Western Carolina within 1 with a deep 3. 22-21. Bottom left side. Tang given space. He comes inside the arc. Shoots off the dribble. Banks with a rebound. Banks step back 3 over Bonham. Keydad's all over the rebound. Otter Huff sees a seam. Lewis Tang trying to reverse layup off balance and misses.
Yeah, he may have been better off just grabbing it and taking it out on that weak side, but he put it up thinking he could get enough English on the glass.
22-21. Catamounts with Robinson kicking it left side out of bounds, and it is VMI basketball. Keydad's get the stop, and we're going to get a stoppage in play. 22-21. Tight one here in Lexington. VMI Western Carolina from Cameron Hall. We'll be back. The hometown of our Grafton Young.
What a beautiful place down there.
Yes,
Wade.
it is.
I don't want to brag too much. You know, we always say it's a mountain town with city status.
Beautiful place.
It really is. Some good folk down that way.
Deep 3. Kerfman out of bounds. Kerfman still trying to find his rhythm. He is now 0 for 4 in three-point tries. He went scoreless, no points in Wednesday night's game, and then exploded with 18 points in the victory over UNCG.
Yes. It just lets you know on any given night can be your night.
22-21. That shot, good. And a lead for Western Carolina. Marcus Banks from the corner. A three. And the Catamounts up 24-22.
We know that the game is a game of runs. It's a seesaw.
Second lead of the night for Western Carolina. Stevens gives it up for Kerfman. Still trying to find the rhythm from three-point range.
Yeah, just not quite comfortable at this point, and but they're not gonna shy away from it. That's for sure.
Petrakis, no three. Look at that rebound and the putback by Robinson. Keydets come away with it. Bonham going right to left. Robinson reads the pass, deflects it out of bounds.
And there you have Mr. Nathan Robinson going from the offensive end for Western to the defensive end and almost nearly gets an interception. Great hustle.
Now Cooper Cisco has come in, the freshman from Frisco, Texas. And they've worked him into the reserve rotation as well in conference play. Stevens. Now off to Bonham. Bonham sets. Measures a three. That rattles out. The Keydets are just not finding it for three-point range now. 3 of 15.
And they may need to get a little bit more movement, Wade, and get their legs underneath them, but right now it's just not there.
Robinson from the corner, and Western Carolina has found its rhythm beyond the arc. Harris the three, and the Catamounts on an 11-0 run over the last 3 minutes. Keydets have missed their last 5 from the field. Stevens gets a triple team. Cisco, good, right off the bench. And that may stretch out the defense a little bit.
That'll stretch them out and may get VMI going. But again, great ball movement. They passed up some possible shot opportunities for a better shot opportunity in Cisco's hand.
First basket for Cooper Cisco. Bulls the Keydets within 2, 27-25, 5.5 to go, first half. Petrakis guns it in again. He's hit a couple of threes. Western Carolina lead is 5. Bonham in trouble. Out to Kerfman. Inside the arc, back to Bonham. Head fake, lays it in. Trey Bonham, so good around the rim.
He really is. That's just old school basketball way. The old head fake, shot fake, let them all fly by. Say, excuse me, I'm going to put this in. You guys can sort of turn around and see the results.
Bonham now with 5. 30-27, Western Carolina. Robinson. Petrakis, another three. He is feeling it. 3 3-pointers. Petrakis now with 9. 33-27. Hoff calls timeout. Keydets will discuss things. And that is their first timeout. We're going to go to a full timeout as well. The under 4 timeout here, but 1,000 points.
Not an easy feat. Congratulations to Camden Kerfman. And he's in an esteemed club, the 1,000-point career club. So hats off to Camden.
Keydets trail 33-27 out of the timeout taken by Dan Earl. Huff inside, floater from 15 and wished it in.
He wished it in, a floater from 15. You don't see many of those floaters from 15.
33-29. From the right corner, Robinson. Back to Harris, and Harris from outside. And Western Carolina, another three. Count them up. That has led them to the lead, 36-29. They have hit 10 threes in this first half. They're beating the Keydets at their own game.
They really are. And you just sense an air of confidence among the Western players. I was watching when they were out there warming up, Wade. They were just loose. They were being serious. And they're playing with the purpose. They're playing with the purpose. And they've had, like I say, not many wins in the league, but they've had some quality wins, the few that they've had.
And we know the three-point shot is part of Western Carolina's arsenal, with the coming in ninth in three-pointers made per game. And they've already got 10 in this one as Stevens at the line after the foul on Tyler Harris. VMI enters 10th in the nation in free throw shooting. Jake Stevens, a lot of 20-point games this year. And the second one is good. That pulls VMI within 5, 36-31. 3:38 remaining as the Catamounts bring the ball up. Robinson to the free throw line. Petrakis, three. In and out. Robinson, the rebound, went over the back of Brennan Watkins. And Robinson will pick up the foul. That will be his second. And now, Keydets will walk down the floor and shoot a 1-and-1.
Absolutely. And Nathan Robinson is just doing so much for his club. I mean, he's right there, at 7 rebounds tonight, and he's just an all-around good player. He's not afraid to get in there and mix it up.
Brennan Watkins, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Watkins, before that make, was 4 of 5 on the year. There you look at the Keydets. They've been in the top 10 in free throw shooting just about all year. And the second one is missed. So it's 36-32. Catamounts bring the ball up with a 4-point lead. They used an 11-0 run, riding the three-point shot to take the lead in the first half. Robinson tries another three, and that's no good. Cisco the rebound. Cisco to Stevens. Kerfman, catch and shoot. In and out. Cisco somehow came up with a rebound. Huff back to the rim. Layup no good. Stevens keeps it alive. Tips it once, twice, 3 times, and finally gets it to go.
I thought you were going to start singing the Lionel Richie song, 3 times a lady. But anyway, he stayed with it.
No Commodore song tonight.
No Commodore song tonight, but that was a Commodore effort by Jake Stevens.
Stevens gets the foul on the other end. That basket pulled the Keydets within 2. Stevens with his first, only the third team foul on VMI, and Nicholas Robinson at the line, the 6'6" graduate student out of Valpo, out of Chicago, Illinois, leading scorer, ranked 10th in the SoCon, 15 points per game as he hits the free throw. He also does not leave the floor very much. He is 4th in minutes played in the SoCon, almost 35 per contest.
And you've got to be in pretty darn good shape to be able to log those kind of minutes night in and night out.
Robinson made the first, missed the second. So it's 37-34. Cisco off the mark for three-point range as Keydets continue to struggle from long range. And there is Gilmore. That is textbook transition basketball.
Got to stop the ball out front, and somebody's got to cover the hole. And nobody stopped the ball, and nobody picked up the guy running rim to rim.
39-34, Western Carolina. Here's Huff. Stevens. Kerfman short on his three-point try now, 0-7. (39-34) as Western Carolina brings it to the front court. It's Huff, fake coat, back to Robinson. Huff tried to draw the charge, and that left a shot too strong off the window for Robinson. Western Carolina will hold on to it. Huff tried to draw the charge, and that left a shot too strong off the window for Robinson. Western Carolina will hold on to it. Tanner Mans back in for the Keydets. And coming back in is Marcus Banks for Western Carolina. Robinson gets one of those rare rests.
He will not get many breaks tonight, Wade, but well deserved.
Yeah, Jake Stevens in that category too, in minutes played.
Yes.
5-point lead for the Catamounts. Banks trying to extend it. Three-pointer no good. Huff sprinting front court for VMI. Bonham tries the three. That's no good. And Baycoat with the rebound. Would you believe that VMI is 4 of 19 in three-point shooting?
If I wasn't watching it, Wade, I wouldn't believe it.
Credit Western Carolina, though.
Absolutely.
They are pushing VMI away from the basket. Baycoat tries a long three. And there's Gilmore to put it back and in. And Western Carolina leads the SoCon in offensive rebounds. And there's a reason why. Gilmore makes it 41-34. Bonham layup, good. Keydets a much-needed basket in the final minute of play. And a timeout taken by Justin Gray and the Catamounts. With Western Carolina, 17 seconds remaining in the first half, leading 41. That journey.
Yes, sir, and you know it well. You know it well, my friend.
I do remember it. Although the years have been many between that time and now.
But you don't like you've aged much. Do I get a raise?
That's very debatable. Foul. Keydets have some fouls to give, so they're going to make Western Carolina work for it. Here's Baycoat against Bonham. Bonham. Robinson for the right side. Three no good. Huff the rebound from backcourt. And Western Carolina will take the lead to the dressing room. Catamounts are 7-2 when leading this year at halftime. Trey Bonham trying to keep his team in it. VMI trails at the break, 41-36. And our halftime show will continue from Lexington right after this. Bonham will start things for the Keydets as they work left to right to start the second half. VMI just 4 of 20 beyond the arc in the first half. Kerpin tries to change it and cannot. In and out. Almost went down. Here's Western Carolina front court. You know, basketball's a funny game, Grafton. Here
really
VMI had shot the lights out on Wednesday night. Just cannot get it to go down here tonight. Petrakis off the mark. Huff the rebound.
The one thing you don't want to do if you're VMI is to get into a thing where you're just going to settle to continue to take those threes. You may look to try to mix it up a little bit.
Kerfman tries to do that as he kicks it out right side. Conway misfiring from the wing. Now Baycoat in the front court. Set offensive play for Western Carolina. Baycoat trying to work it to Robinson. He's isolated against Huff. Goes cross court, picked off by Kerfman on that pass intended for Petrakis.
Nice anticipation. Nice anticipation by Camden Kerfman.
Conway right to left across the key and lost it. Taken away by Baycoat. It remains Western Carolina basketball as we open up the second half. No scoring yet in the first almost 90 seconds. Petrakis right side. One dribble. And the three counted for Marcus Banks, who now has 9.
He's a little bit above his average with that particular bucket.
Huff to the goal. And that shot altered by Tyler Harris. Got a piece of it. Catamounts, a lot of energy. Robinson spins outside. Banks from Baycoat. 3, no. And out of bounds. It goes to VMI.
And once again, you just see Western Carolina filling it. They're looking for that knockout punch, but they're really playing with a good rhythm right now.
Playing with a lot of confidence.
They really are.
And they've taken that big win Wednesday night right to Lexington, Virginia in terms of energy. Bonham back to Huff. Kerfman still looking for his first points. Huff will try the 3. That's no good. And Conway goes over the back. Good positioning by Marcus Banks.
A little bit better ball move there by VMI that time. Nice movement, nice kick out. Just could not drop the shot. And over the back by Sean Conway.
Out of bounds. Keat basketball, Kerfman. Bonham tries to drop it off for Stevens. Good anticipation by Harris. And a loose ball foul. Keat still trying to find their rhythm on offense. They turn it over.
And the thing you just don't want to do, you don't want to get frustrated. You don't want to get your head down. You got to realize it's still a lot of game left, minute-wise here in the second half. You just got to find a way to break the lid and then get rolling.
All things considered, VMI has to feel fortunate to still be down by single digits, but that changes now as Petrakis, the dunk, and VMI calls timeout. Dan Earl wants to regroup. It's a 10-point game for Western Carolina. 46-36. Catamount.
Hey, guys, we got to get some energy. We got to get some life. We got to get going. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Nobody else is either. You just got to start playing. Get going.
Keats with the ball. Stevens back to Kerfman. Conway. Jake will take the 3. And it's good. 5th three-pointer for the Keats. Stevens hits his 2nd of the night. 46-39. Robinson. Now Baycoat will call for a ball screen. Petrakis on Kerfman. Shot clock at 5. Petrakis a 3. Good. Oh, he has found the touch tonight, Joe Petrakis. Now with 14 points for the transfer from Kansas State. Huff saves the ball. Catch and shoot. Kerfman short. Air ball. A frustrating night for Camden Kerfman. The ball goes out of bounds. And the Keats down 49-39 to Western Carolina here on this Friday night. Friday night's win. Just congratulations to Dan Earl and what the job he has done. A winning season last year, 13 wins. Keats have already matched the 13 wins here this year, entering tonight's play.
He has done a nice job over the 7 years, Wade, and the club's just got to find a way to get going here, but it's not because they're not being coached up.
Western Carolina, double-digit lead with the basketball. Harris drops in another 3. Give him 5 from long range. Tyler Harris, the junior from Charlotte.
The only way to stop Western's momentum if you're in a VMI uniform is you've got to limit the key players' touches. And you got to force them into doing things that they're uncomfortable doing.
Conway off the dribble. Rattles it in. Sean Conway. That's his first basket. Keydets down 52-41. Petrakis tries the three, missing. Conway the rebound. Now in the front court, Huff back to Conway, will try the three, no good. Mans tries to keep it alive, but throws it right to Western Carolina's Marcus Banks. Out of bounds.
And Banks had no thought of giving it up, Wade, in transition.
Lewis Tang back in. Sean Conway goes out. And Gilmore, top of the key. Off to Robinson. From the corner, short three-point try for Bacon. Now Lewis Tang into the front court for VMI. Looking for Stevens. He hadn't gotten a whole lot of touches tonight.
Not a lot.
Kerfman continues to struggle for three-point range. The rebound, however, by Jake Stevens, and he is fouled.
Western has done a nice job taking Jake out of his range and also out of his comfort zone, particularly on the offensive end.
Jake Stevens at the line for the Keydets. And Stevens short on the free throw. Keydets have not gotten to the line much tonight, but that's their second miss. Jake Stevens, you look at the SoCon stats, his name is on the top of just about every category. Second in rebounding, rather leading in rebounding, second in scoring, second in blocks, second in field goal percentage, and free throw shooting. He is sixth. He converts 1 of 2. And it's a 10-point game for Western Carolina. 52-42, right side, three-pointer, no good. Harris. Rebound by Stevens. Bonham brings it front court. Jake Stevens still with 17 points, despite having to really work for it. But Harris underneath, just battling him all the way. Mans a three, short, air ball. Fouls his shot, keeps it alive. The possession for the Keydets. But Huff tries to launch off balance runner, and the shot clock expires.
Exactly, and again, give Western credit. They are forcing VMI into some very uncomfortable situations out there on the floor, and VMI is starting to go a little bit dead in the legs, Wade, in my opinion. They're standing a little bit flat-footed on the offensive end.
Baycode for the Catamounts. Keydets down by 10. We just passed the 13-minute mark. Baycode short off the dribble on the two-point try. Here's Huff. Burst of energy inside the Tang. Couldn't get to the basketball. Tangled up. Catamounts with it. From the corner, Harris fakes the three. Bonham went skyward, ran into him, no whistle. Now a three-point try for Monroe. That falls off. Bonham for the Keydets. Huff, three, no. Gilmore the rebound. And the way Western Carolina is controlling the glass and converting from three-point range, taking the crowd out of it.
They've taken the crowd almost completely out of it right now, Wade, and limiting VMI to one-shot possessions.
10-point game. Robinson off to Gilmore. Shot clock single digits. Down to 5. Monroe driving layup. Left hand finish. Madison Monroe. Another player from Charlotte. Three-point try good. Tanner Mans. Only the 6th three ball for VMI. 54-45. 9-point Western Carolina lead. Into the lane. Bonham tried to draw the charge, then ends up getting the steal from Robinson. Stevens against the double team. And he's fouled.
He was very fortunate there, Wade. I thought that could have gone either way.
Timeout on the floor. Catamounts with the lead, 54-45. Harris, a big night, 15 points. 5.
They need a real spark. They need somebody, as we would say, to shake the grate, get the embers going, and get a little oxygen.
Stevens, missing right hand. Western Carolina now with the ball front court. Baycoat controls for the Catamounts. Baycoat lays it up, no good. Tang the rebound. Hands to Stevens. Stevens drives it in, and a blocking foul. Marlo Gilmore to the floor, and the foul.
Yeah, he was moving. And I know Coach wanted a charge there, but he was still moving his feet when Jake went down inside.
Tanner Mann's out. Camden Kerfman comes back in. Still trying to find his shot. And backs in for Western Carolina. Baycoat out to the Western Carolina bench. Inbounds, caught by Stevens. Here's Huff. Off a Stevens screen. 3, good. Honor Huff. Honor Huff. Now 13 points. Stevens and Huff have combined for 30 of VMI's 48 points.
They have really played well again, trying to keep VMI in the ball game.
Huff comes up with it. Western Carolina sprinting back on defense. Huff back to Kerfman. Tang lost the dribble. Turnover by the Keydets. That is number 7. Petrakis, step back 3 from the corner, right in front of Justin Gray and the Catamount bench.
And that's a 6'10" kid, Wade, that's dropping those 3 balls.
He has got 5 threes. Foul on Western Carolina. Monroe picks up his second. Mans to take the ball out for VMI. Huff into the lane, runner. Too strong off the back iron.
You know, we've got to, the VMI's got to get some follow-ups here, Wade, if they're going to stay competitive in this ball game. One-shot possessions once again.
Robinson short on the 3 from up top. 9-minute mark approaching. Huff in the lane. Sets his feet, scores. Honor Huff off to a good scoring night now with 15.
And we've seen him do that time and time again. He goes down there among the trees. He's not afraid to go down in there, stop, use a head fake, shot fake, and elevate.
They'll isolate Robinson. Kerfman switches, and the throw right to Bonham. Keydets with numbers. Bonham stops. 3. Good! That gets the crowd going. Trey Bonham. Timeout taken by Justin Gray. And the Keydets, just like that, have cut it to 4.
Right back in, and you start to feel a little bit of momentum shift in.
Hoops.com. Well, speaking of madness, it's starting to get a little loud here as VMI has pulled within 4.
And they've done it, Wade, by playing a little bit more, with a little bit more energy, a little bit more enthusiasm, settled down, and just playing good fundamental basketball.
Robinson. Baycoat from the corner. Western Carolina now has missed 2 of its last 11. That has helped VMI get back into this game. And Bonham draws the foul. He's only 6 feet, Grafton, but he looks so comfortable in the paint against guys a lot taller than he.
He really does. He's, like you say, he's very comfortable, and he's not afraid. He's such a competitor. And you watch this young man play night in, night out, and you just can't help but appreciate what he brings to the floor.
Bonham with the free throw. Drops in his 11th point. Extending that nice run of double-figure scoring games. And the second one is good. It's a 2-point game. 57-55.
Right back in it, VMI is. And again, as we always say, it's a game of runs. Back and forth, back and forth. Don't leave your seats and don't go to the concession stand.
Keydets trailed by 13, just over the 15-minute mark. Robinson. And stepping on the sideline. Turnover, Western Carolina, Baycoat.
Forgot about that 6th defender out there, which is your sideline, inline, baseline. So VMI has a great opportunity right here, Wade, to tie it up or go up 1.
Keydets have not led since the 8-minute mark of the first half. Down by 2. Bonham in the lane again. Off demand, shot clock single digits. Kerfman got it! His first 3! He lets out emotion after that one.
He did. He's not like, oh my gosh, it's finally, I got it off my back.
To end an 0 for 10 shooting slump, Camden Kerfman now has hit a 3 in 25 straight games. Longest active streak in the SoCon. It was in jeopardy. But it continues at the 7-minute mark.
And you have to appreciate that youthful enthusiasm. That'll get the crowd going.
Robinson with the basket. He has been quiet in the second half. Now with 12. 59-58. Kerfman, 3 again. Stevens the rebound. And the putback by Sean Conway. And VMI back on top.
It's back and forth. A good tandem of activity there.
6.5 minutes left. Harris missing the jumper from the right side. And the Keydets with the ball front court. Kerfman. Conway to Bonham. VMI up by 1. Battling back from a 13-point deficit earlier this half. Kerfman again. Fall away. Short on the deep 3. Robinson will run front court. Robinson into Bonham. They're going to call the block on Trey Bonham.
Did not quite get squared up.
Fourth team foul on VMI. Trey Bonham picks up his 3rd. As you take a look at that one. And here is Nicholas Robinson. Free throw, just got it to drop. Robinson came in shooting almost 80% from the line. Coming off a career-high 37 points Wednesday night. He's got 13 now. Has tied the game at 60. And puts the Catamounts back on top. 61-60. Bonham against Banks to the rim, draws the foul. Banks didn't think so.
No, he didn't. But once he gets going, once Bonham gets going, Wade, he's tough to handle, particularly with that quick spin move of his. You just can't predict it. You just have to try to guard it.
6th-team foul on Western Carolina. Trey Bonham at the line with a dozen points. And the free throw rattles out. Keydets have missed a few now. Their 4th miss of the night from the line. Bonham converts 1 of 2. We got another tie. 61-61. A fight to the finish on a Friday night in Lexington.
Friday night at the fights.
Too much hand action on the Keydets defensively. Tanner Mans, 3rd personal. Jake Stevens will come back in. Let's see who he will spell. And it's going to be Lewis Tang heading out.
Yes.
Paycoat off to Banks. Robinson calling for a ball screen. Petrakis provides it, now gets the 3, try, and Petrakis missing. Rebound Robinson. And he is tied up, and a foul on either Kerfman or another Keydet. It's going to be Camden Kerfman with the foul. Keydet's now 16 fouls. Western Carolina also with 6. So we could be shooting some free throws here in the last 5 minutes of regulation. Tied at 61. Teams split the regular season series last year, each winning on their home floor. 3-pointer miss, another offensive rebound for Western Carolina. Robinson against Mans. Jab step, now takes it to the rim. Shoots over Stevens and gets it to go. What a big-time basket by Nicholas Robinson. Now with 16.
And that was out of a basic fundamental move of a rocker step, jab, and jab and go.
Mans into Stevens, works himself free. Fine feed from Tanner Mans, getting the ball inside. Jake Stevens now 19 points. Tied at 63. Robinson, he'll take the 3 off the screen and nails it. Nicholas Robinson stepping up. 19 points for the graduate from Valparaiso.
That time VMI went below the screen. They went 2 men removed, and you can't do that on Robinson. He's too good of a shooter.
Huff in traffic.
VMI's trying to push them a little bit farther out on the floor right now, and again, got to limit their touches.
Harris, another 3. Tyler Harris, 6 3-pointers. And the lead is 4 for Western Carolina, 69-65. Bonham left side to Huff. Kerfman. Timeout taken by VMI with 8 to go on the shot clock. We play to the final minutes of regulation. 69 Carolina to the win Wednesday night with 37 points. Most single-point effort by a Catamount since 2014. Now tonight with a triple-double. VMI down 69-65. Just under 3 minutes to go. Bonham in the lane. Left-handed layup. Got it to go. Trey Bonham lost his shoe after making that. Bonham now with 13 points. Actually make that 15 points. (69-67). Two-point Western Carolina lead. 2.5 to go.
He's just, VMI's just trying to hold on here, Wade, and force that shot clock to be one of their best friends.
Baycoat, Robinson, shot clock 3, and the 3, no good. Keydets fighting for the rebound. And it's going to be Western Carolina ball on the arrow. Held ball. They will call to get a little floor maintenance here.
Yes.
2:15 to go. 69-67. Back and forth this game. Seven lead changes, 3 ties in regulation. It's a 2-point game right now. Baycoat against Bonham. To the free throw line. Petrakis. Offensive foul.
Use that free hand to push off. We'll get a good look at it here, Wade. A little bit of an elbow to the throat action there. All right.
Petrakis with his first foul comes out. Kerfman to inbound. Off to Bonham. Under 2 minutes to go. Keydets down by 2. Bonham lays it up and scores. Drove right around Tyler Harris. And we're tied again.
A smart drive there by Bonham. The defender thought he was going to the right. He used that rim as a protector and put it up with his left hand.
69-69. Robinson. Banks the ball screen. Free throw line. Robinson scoops it up right hand. No good. Mans will run. Leading the break. Kerfman back to Mans. Layup no good. 1:22 left. We're tied at 69. Western Carolina basketball. Banks poked free by Stevens. Keydets get it back with a score tie.
Quick hands by Jake Stevens.
Final minute of regulation approaching. Bonham in trouble. Off to Kerfman. VMI calls timeout. 12 to go on the shot clock. 57 seconds left. What more could you want to start your weekend? College basketball, a great game. At 57.3 seconds left. Keydets shot clock at 12. Score tied at 69. Bonham off to Kerfman from the corner. Three-pointer good. Camden Kerfman may have hit the biggest shot of the game. VMI 72, Western Carolina 60. Labor through these tough nights. You just keep shooting and hope that good things happen.
Absolutely. If you're a shooter, you're going to have nights, but you got to stay with it and keep your confidence level up. But his teammates were so happy for him as well.
Camden Kerfman fighting through purgatory,
yes,
shooting-wise tonight.
He really is. But
46 seconds left. A lot of basketball. Robinson spinning. Nobody coming to the basketball. Now Harris. Baycoat. And tied up. VMI gets it on the arrow as Bonham and Banks wrestled for it after that missed layup by Baycoat. Here's another look. Stevens altered the shot. Banks came across, and it was tied up. Keydets get it back 30 seconds. And now Kerfman is fouled with VMI leading 72-69. And the Keydets, 10th in the nation in free throw shooting, will have an opportunity to extend the lead now.
Here's an opportunity to score with no time off the clock, and then a chance to get your defense set up and maybe have them work some ticks off with some three-quarter court pressure.
One and one for Camden Kerfman. 6 points. Kerfman, free throw. Good. Hit the front end, dropped in, and it's a 4-point lead. Kerfman misses the second. Bonham tries to get the rebound. 4-point game, 26 seconds left. Robinson, layup, no good. He'll go to the line. Draws the foul. Clock stopped with just over 20 seconds left. So now the 17th foul. Robinson will have 2 shots and try to make this a one-possession game.
Both clubs. I mean, now we're at we said it earlier, Wade. It could come down to a free throw battle to decide the outcome of this ball game, and it looks like that's what's happening here.
Nicholas Robinson missing the free throw. He'll get one more. Robinson on a triple-double tonight. Trying to get to point number 20 to make this a one-possession game. Missed them both, but got the rebound. Robinson, 3. Banker, no good. Rebound by Bonham. 15 seconds left in the foul in the backcourt. And Bonham will head to the line with 14.8 seconds left. Keydets lead 73-69. Everyone on their feet at Cameron.
Everybody's into the ball game. And they're going to be on their feet, I believe, Wade, until the very horn. So it's been a good ball game here tonight. Both teams have just continued to battle.
Free throw good for Trey Bonham. Keydets now 10 of 15 from the line. It's a lead of 74-69. Bonham ready. And the lead is 6. 14 seconds left. Bako. Right side Robinson. 3. No good. Rebound Robinson. 7 seconds to go. Air ball. Stevens the rebound. 3 seconds left. Foul. And the Keydets will start their 3-game homestand with a victory.
Well-earned victory here tonight for VMI, and when things were down, they just continued to play. They didn't shy away from their offensive approach, and that was to shoot the 3, and they just stayed with it. So I applaud them for not being fake with what they do. That's given them so much success throughout the year.
VMI trailed by 13 at the 15-17 mark. Score was 52-39. Just over 3 seconds left. Jake Stevens. And the free throw no good. Jake hates missing those free throws. When you're 82% from the line, second one good. Stevens, 20 points. His 12th 20-point game of the year. Three-pointer off the mark, and the Keydets rally to win. Final score in Lexington. VMI 76, Western Carolina 69. The Keydets rallying from a 13-point deficit to victory.
He does a great job here tonight.